war,
education,
finance,
science.
religion. There are many issues, questions, and problems that the world's smartest scholars ponder every single day. But where do you go if you have first world problems? Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of First World Answers. I'm Keith Evans. This is Michael Goodpaster. You ready for the question?
No.
Okay. What is the best way to use a one-way time travel ticket?
One way.
One way.
So you could go somewhere but not get back.
Right. You have to live your life from there.
Could we go back 5 minutes before this question was answered? And think of a better one?
It's actually a really good question.
I know. It's complex. That's why I don't like it.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, first of all, if you go back, if you choose to go back instead of going forward, uh, going back past when you were born risks the concept of assuming that those time travel rules are
Why
the
wouldn't
ones
they
in
be?
play.
Why wouldn't they be? You would start to disappear from that family picture,
Yeah?
and the champ under the sea dance would be really weird.
It'd get really weird. An orgy would happen.
Yikes.
I feel like either
you want to go somewhere safe for one, which kind of screws you over. To be fair.
Well, the safest place would be some place you already know. You're already familiar with. So,
Fair.
Going back in time for some time in your life. Now, do the rules apply that you're a separate person in this world, or you become yourself in this world?
You would have to be a separate person, with always the option of murdering yourself and taking over.
True. Also, think about it this way. Wait, you could murder yourself and take over?
You can murder anybody.
Yeah, but if you murder yourself, wouldn't you start to disappear from that family picture?
No, because you'd be there still to replace yourself.
So I have to be roughly in the same
life.
Oh, just in the same lifespan.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with that being said, when you go back, obviously, it wouldn't be a case of you doing things secretly, being that secret mentor or guide to help yourself be better, because you don't get to reap the benefits because you can't go back to the future. So, you're just...
I'd go back and start betting on a whole bunch of sporting events that I know the results of and become really, really wealthy. And then just change my aim to something else. Let me live my life and have the same result of going back in time at a certain age, and then again, this the one big cycle there.
I guess the best thing would be then is to go back to right before this past Super Bowl and bet on the Seattle Seahawks and make a lot of money. You're not really resetting yourself that much, a few months. So that would be the best case scenario.
It would be.
Now, here's a question. What if you chose, which is unsafe, automatically, because you don't know what's there, what if you choose to go to the future?
That's a whole different ballgame. You don't know. It's the land.
And then now you have to deal with the older version of yourself if you do run into that situation.
And what if you're an asshole?
That's what I'm saying. That might be a worse situation than dealing with the younger self, because at least you know how to deal with that person because you remember how you were. You don't know how.
What happens if you go so far in the future that you're dead already? You don't know when you're gonna die. So
then you could it's just like you reincarnated yourself pretty much.
But what if it's creepy style where you come back 2 years after you died?
No, because here's the thing. If you go into the future, that's when you died. Because you're no longer living there.
you're just going to be presumed dead from that point where you left, and you go into the future,
So you
and then you show back up.
as a
So
dead
you're
as a,
like,
you show back up into a dead body.
because yourself wouldn't even be there. Yourself wouldn't even be in the future. It'd just be you in the future.
Hmm. So basically, go back in time and bet on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best. And bet like just talk a bunch of shit to Floyd Mayweather. And just talk a bunch of shit and just bet everything that you fucking
But you
have.
realize then he'll get pissed off and like probably go back out and like fight even harder and probably win that fight because you antagonize him to the point.
What do you mean? What fight even harder in what?
Floyd Mayweather.
Huh?
You said antagonize Floyd Mayweather?
I'm just saying like just attention to where he's like willing to make the bet with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I see what
And
you're
then he'll
saying.
have to pay you the money because you obviously know what's gonna happen. But you gotta make sure like it'd be fucked up if like you try to go do that and then like say you gotta go to Floyd Mayweather's house. It just so happens that Peyton Manning is at Floyd Mayweather's house, so now you've interacted with that. Now you've changed the course of that,
Whoa.
and now you don't know what's gonna happen.
It's
So you can't run into anybody from the Denver Broncos. You have to avoid all the Denver Broncos at all costs and anything that involves them, like just as you have, but somehow get in contact with Floyd Mayweather.
I I think this is
Well, no, I think maybe the odds were differentiated enough where you could have just made a simple bet at a bookie or something.
I don't know.
Might not have been able to make the Floyd Mayweather money, but
It's challenge. I mean, yeah. Go get Mark Cuban involved.
yeah.
Get him DraftKings.com.
So that's the best one way ticket.
Gamble.
Yeah. Or if you want to go a little farther back, if maybe you want to go a couple years back or something, you can bet on different based on use the sporting events
If you got
as
your
your
odds,
guide to where you want to go, but don't go too far back. Don't go like I don't know. You just can't go too far back.
don't go too far back when you have to use steroids, because then you'll feel guilty knowing that like Barry Bonds was totally using steroids.
Well, you
Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire were.
you probably wouldn't feel guilty. I mean, it's not like those people have to return their money if they bet on them. Like that's not a rule.
It's true.
That's not a rule. So
So screw them.
I'll bet on everybody that I know
Gamble.
now who has steroids. I'll just bet on all of them.
Roger Clemens.
Yep.